Hey folks, quick video from Daddy Rabbit. I haven't done an update. There's really nothing to update. I go back to my GP, general practitioner, Monday. I'm assuming, and I don't know, but I'm assuming at that point they're going to have me an appointment to see a cardiologist and hopefully put me on a diuretic. I'm retaining a little bit of fluid. I said a little bit. I don't know how much. I think quite a bit, to be honest. But I told y'all I'd keep y'all up to date. I go back Monday about 10 a.m. and we'll see what the man's got to say. Uh, I guess I could go to several different places to see a cardiologist. I think it is. I'm going to opt for Knoxville since that's where I'm from. Um, but wherever the best is, that's where I'll go. But nothing really. I'm in between doctors. And unfortunately, doctors don't, they're like attorneys, they don't get in a hurry. And I'm glad they don't. But I would like to go back to school. I can't go back until I'm cleared of this. Uh, I say school, it's a specialized training program, a few weeks long. But until I'm cleared, my employer will not let me go back to the school. And to be honest, I'm eager to go back because I'd like to get on with the job that I'm doing. Uh, I was told by my employer. I say my employer. I just can't talk about it. They say if we talk about where we work, we're fired. So I can't. I would be more than happy to tell you, but uh, it's pretty good money, and to let the cat out of the bag. And there's security reasons behind it, and I get that. Um, they don't like for us to talk about where we are. It could potentially make us a target from bad people. So anyway, as soon as I go back to the doctor Monday, we'll see what the GP's got to say, and then we'll go from there. Last I was told, and I don't know, there's a lot of y'all out there know more about this stuff than I do. The artery on the back of my heart, I didn't even know there's one back there, needs stents, supposedly. So they're going to run, you know, a camera through my veins and go look in my heart and see what needs to be done. Um, I still got quite a bit of fluid, an issue of fluid. Uh, the last I talked to my GP, I asked if he's going to put me on a diuretic, and he said no, not at this time, because he said it'd be hard on my kidneys. I didn't know my kid. It's kind of funny. You sit in a doctor's office, you try to ask all the questions you can ask because he's going to go see the next person, and then when it's done, a couple of days later, you think, man, I should ask this or I should ask that. I didn't know there was anything wrong with my kidneys. Uh, and he didn't say there was anything wrong with them, but he just said doing a diuretic could hurt my kidneys. I've been on a diuretic before. All it did is make me pee my brains out. Uh, so when I go back Monday, I'll be asking about that. But as you can tell, there's times it's hard for me to talk because it's not that I'm running out of air. I don't really know how to explain it. But I am holding fluid, and we gotta get rid of that. And they said something about possibly congestive heart failure, but you can control all that with meds. So, like I say, after Monday, this Monday, which is in a couple of days, If there's anything significant, I'll do an update. But I want to get on here, and I hadn't done a video in a few days, and I didn't want anybody thinking I died. Um, I mean, I get it's serious. I mean, I'm not stupid. At this point, I don't know if anything's. I wouldn't think anything's life threatening at this point, or that has socked me in a hospital somewhere. Uh, just they all know what kills me is doctors will talk to each other, but they don't tell you shit. And then you wait so many days, and then they give you whatever they think. Man, I'm not 100%, and I don't know what percent I feel like, but I'm not 100%. Uh, I feel rough, but hell, at my age, I always feel rough. You just don't know what it is until a doctor tells you, well, it's just old age, or there's actually something wrong with you. So anyway, I just wanted to get on, do a quick update, let everybody know what's going on. There's been a couple of y'all I've reached out to, and I haven't been able to get a hold of. Let's see, Nancy P. I've tried to get a hold of you several times. I hope you're doing okay. I talked to Terrence, Parson Tom's group, the other day. He's doing good. I actually spoke to Post American Preparedness, or he's changed his channel name so many times. I get confused. But I checked with him. He's doing okay. I know he's down in Florida. Talked to Southern Prepper One the other day. He's doing good. There's a couple of you I hadn't spoken to in a while. I'll get around to calling you. Sydney Bennett, I hadn't talked to you in a hot minute. I hadn't talked to Monte Cristo in a while. I'll get around. I called you a while back. You didn't answer. But there's a few of you I do talk to on a fairly regular basis, and I haven't. Chicken Neck, by the way, thank you for sending me the beef jerky. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. That cat, I mean, he's a Yankee. He lives in New York. I think in the Rochester area. But he makes some killer beef jerky. And he can send me some more anytime he wants. I like the spicy, by the way, Chicken Neck. Who else? Now, I still occasionally will get a thumbs up or something from, my goodness gracious. What's my girl's name? Just left me. Oh, I hate when that happens. Can't think of her name, but I haven't seen her in a while. She has bone cancer, and she lives in Ohio. And I can see her picture, but I cannot think of her name right now. She loves cats. She used to be a veterinary technician. See, I know. I just can't think of your name. And y'all ask about her from time to time. And I've got a number for her, and I called her a while back. I've called her several times and haven't been able to get a hold of her. I can't think of her name. But I know she's still breathing. But maybe she's not able to talk. I used to go shoot videos at the pond for her all the time. My goodness, what is her name? I know what her real name is. I can't think. I'm sorry. But I've been thinking about you. And Daddy's girl, Wildflowers, I texted her a while back, and she's got herself a new beau, and I don't know what she's doing, but she said she was doing good. And I'm just tickled to death for her. And I swear I can't think of her name. But anyway, guns. Uh, but I can't think of her name. Guns. Anyway, that's all I know really. Uh, if you, I mean, you can look tell my head looks like a beach ball. It's not as big as it was. Um, I did talk to some of the people, some of the teachers in the school. My class graduated from this class, and I went down and watched them graduate this past Friday. Went down and shook everybody's hand and congratulated them. Uh, Fortunately, I could go. Unfortunately, I wasn't. They didn't have me at work, so on my own dime, I drove down there in Nashville where they were, and shaked everybody's hand and congratulated them, and patted them on the back, you know. But one of the teachers at the school, I told him, I said, I bet I'm the most famous student now. And he said, by far, I am the most famous student that's come through their school because I left there in an ambulance. So everybody knew my name. And I'm just going to tell you right now, riding in the back of an ambulance sucks. The gurney sucks. It's not comfortable. But they didn't turn the lights or siren on. I was really upset. But I did see the teachers and told them, you know, say as soon as I get better, I'm coming back, you know. And I talked to I guess the headmaster of the school. I don't know what his title is. I do, but I'm not going to say it because then you might be able to figure out what kind of school. I told him I was looking forward to coming back and completing his classes. I'd love to go back right now if they just let me, but I just couldn't do the gym activities, you know. And but I'd love to get into a gym and start working out, but I don't dare until they clear my heart, you know. But that's really all I got. Gonzalo. Man, I cannot think of can't think of her name to save my life. Uh, but yeah, I hadn't been on. I haven't done anything. I sat all day today. I thought, I need to do a video. What should the content be? I'm sorry, I don't have it. And I could talk about the elderly people we see, leading our government and them wandering off and being a disgrace. But we already know that. I don't need to talk about it. Thought about doing, a patriotic video. Well, either you're patriotic or you're not. There's so much shit going on all the time. Our government just pumps ungodly amounts of propaganda anymore. But where I live right now, the biggest thing, like in a lot of places, is fentanyl. And I think as we get older, things that we thought were important, they're not important anymore, or vice versa. I think they'll legalize marijuana across the board, across the nation. I don't think it's any worse than drinking. And put a lot of these people out of business, Problem is, and I can tell you why they don't legalize it. Because you can grow it in your backyard. I'd say a person that smokes that stuff could grow a plant and stay tore down for a year, probably. I don't know how long a plant would last you. But they can't regulate that. Not when everybody can grow it, But I'm going to tell you, and I'm a big firm believer that everybody's entitled to a screw up or two in their life. Everybody, me, you, everybody. And if you hadn't ever, I was going to say, if you hadn't ever been arrested at least once, then we know you've lived a boring life. Uh, and I've had a pretty boring life, but yeah, I've been in trouble once or twice in my life. I've had my ass chewed by the man. Get pulled over, and boy, you're lucky I don't throw you under the jail. But it was also a different time when I was a young man. And I've heard this said by other generations. There wasn't as many people on the road. And there wasn't, though, as I was growing up. There were cars, but I'm not that old. But there wasn't as many. Boys and girls, I get it. I live in the Bible Belt. I do a lot of Bible stuff. And there's nothing wrong being in the Bible Belt. But like anything, you can take it to an extreme. Tennessee I think was going to vote on marijuana this time, and there's still enough people that said no. And it's stupid because I can't think of what it's called right now. It's the equivalent of hemp. You can get as jacked up on hemp as can marijuana, and people do. You can go to the hemp shop and buy whatever you want to buy. It's got THC, in it. I guess it's what gets you high, and they get hammered. So might as well. Everybody says, "Oh, it's a gateway drug." Well, start out drinking beer, and then you move to wine, and then you move to liquor, or vice versa. Alcohol will make you act a fool, make you angry. Some people makes them horny. Some people get depressed, whatever. And I've seen a lot of people stoned in my life. I've never been high. I've never seen them act that way. It just fucks them up, and and they just chill out. So, whatever, because if you don't do something soon, they're going to keep importing enough of this shit. It's going to start. Now, I'm not talking about marijuana, but the shit that they're putting in is killing people. And I believe if you sell fentanyl, you ought to get the death penalty. Oh, well. But it ought to be a death penalty that you're on for just a few months, then they execute you, not your whole life. Like in Tennessee, we got the death penalty, but they don't ever execute nobody. When they say, you get the death penalty, it just means you're going to die in prison of old age. And I believe if you're caught selling fentanyl, stuff like that, that'll just execute you. At the end of when you're found guilty, they'll just take you downstairs in the local county jail and do away with you. That's just my personal opinion. But we got plenty of stuff going on, and and marijuana supposedly has so much things medically that it can help with. I guess the Drug Administration and the FDA and all that, they're trying to hold them down. So nobody wants you to be cured. They just want to sell you a drug to keep you sick. And I believe that. So anyway, I'm rambling, and I'm sorry, but maybe I'll just do a rambling video tomorrow night or something, and try not to get on at 11 o'clock or 12, where it is, or whatever time it is where you live. And I'll be honest, I'm sitting out here in my favorite church parking lot, and the only reason I'm sitting here, my car seat holds me at an angle where I can breathe. If I get over on my back, I drown. And I guess it's the fluid in my lungs. It's horrible. And but the temperature's down at 63 where I am, and I can get the windows down, and I can just sit here and breathe. And which is okay, because occasionally I get to watch the deer walk across the parking lot. A couple of counties over south of me, somebody found an alligator the other day. And they said a 4-foot alligator. And I said, "Oh, somebody put it out." Alligators, the last 4 or 5 years, are in Tennessee now. They're migrating. And so, folks, if you got a pond, a creek, the river, you're going to start seeing them. And people can say what they want, but animals are going to migrate to where they like the temperature and the food supply. And for people that watch me that don't know, Tennessee, they said back in the dinosaur days, this used to be a jungle. And the humidity here is unreal. I mean, there's places it gets hotter, but 100% humidity. You can lay a full-grown man, a deceased male, out in any patch of grass, and in 2 weeks, that the flesh is gone. The bones will still be there, but the flesh is gone. It's horrible here as far as humidity. So there's no doubt. And what we got, armadillos up here now. That's pretty cool. They're odd looking. And I mean, of course, we got bear and cougars and all that other stuff, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't want to run across an alligator. If I did, I'd turn him inside out. But I just think that's neat. All right, so I've rambled enough. Monday I go to the doctor, and then we'll see. We'll see what they say. So that's my medical update. Hell, like I said, I might get on here. I'll probably be on Monday, realistically, to give you an update, legit, if they tell me anything worth repeating. And I just want everybody to know it's all right, But I'm going to jump off here and go home. But I just, like I said, I come up here sometimes. I get a better signal here than I do at home. And I either get on YouTube or play a game or something, but then I go home. But I can't breathe. Talking makes it hard sometimes. I know I got to break down and shave. I got whiskers. I don't usually let it get like this, but I just hadn't felt real good, and I just let it go. And for some of you guys, that's every 2 or 3 day occurrence. Me, I'm not. I've never really been hairy, and here in the last little bit, it just seems like I'm shaving all the time. I'm just tired of it. Don't want to fool with it. All right. As soon as I sign off, I'm gonna think of her name. It's Gonzalez. I cannot think of her. I know her name, and I can see her picture. I know what she looks like. Cannot remember her screen name. Saved my life. El Dico, you're in trouble with me, by the way. Just want you to know that. Anyway, folks, more videos coming soon. God willing, and the creek don't rise. That is my 2 cents. Please remember your glasses always half full. No. Yeah, half full and never half empty. Anyway, was it God willing and the creek don't rise? That's my 2 cents. I love y'all. I'm about brain dead tonight. I hope y'all stay blessed, stay dry. Enjoy your weekend. I love y'all. Bye-bye.